something that you consciously encourage them to have?
Yeah, I think it may have been a mistake. I think we may have gone too far.
So how do you respond then, for example?
Yo, what's goody? Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm gonna be reacting to a show. Let's call it a video show of Will Smith on son Jaden wearing women's clothes. He's on BBC Radio. It's a little bit old video, man. But let's get to it. I haven't reacted on this. Let's check this out.
Well, I know what you're thinking.
Yes.
This is your face on my t-shirt.
That's absolutely my face on your t-shirt.
I woke up this morning thinking, should I? Is it too keen?
No,
are you happy with this?
That's perfection.
Because I didn't want you to think like I won a competition to do. I actually do work here.
No. Listen, I can tell that was a specific choice out of love.
It's in my top 3 t-shirts.
Yeah.
Now, seriously, I caught concussion the other day. The Nigerian accent. How did you prepare for a Nigerian accent? Were you eating jollof rice, watching Nollywood movies? How did you get into that?
What was really great is I got to spend time with the actual doctor.
Amazing.
So I went with him, and I was with his family, and I met his children, all of that, and I got to essentially base the character on the real person. So that made it a whole lot easier.
Because it's not easy to speak in medical jargon while doing a Nigerian accent.
To be fast in a film, to have to say words such as chronic traumatic encephalopathy.
I mean, come on, impressive. Now, you've been a Nigerian doctor. You've been
This guy is funny, man. And he's awesome. He's awesome.
an FBI agent, you've been an apocalypse survivor, a matchmaker, a con artist, a shark, Muhammad Ali.
Yes.
Where do you go from here now? Because I'm thinking James Bond.
That was it. Ooh, Idris has to do that one first. Idris is going to be the first black Bond.
But you could be the first black American Bond, and you can do accents.
That's deep.
I know you can do an English accent right now.
Not now. No. It's really, that one's really hard.
Okay. Harder than Nigerian Doctor.
Harder than Nigerian Doctor.
Now, I heard you're not involved at all in the new Independence Day 2.
No, I'm not. So it was one of those things. I had a couple of films lined up. I had Concussion and Suicide Squad. And so it was a decision, timing wise, between Independence Day and Suicide Squad.
Oh, so it wasn't because you're like, do you know what, Vivica, I'm not in this space with you anymore. That's what I thought it was. I thought you had beef with Vivica. No?
Not at all. And then they were sending me pictures from the set, and I was like,
did you regret it a little bit?
Yeah, it's the world is in a place of nostalgia.
Yeah.
Right now, it's like and specifically in entertainment, there's such a pull for nostalgia. So it was just the perfect opportunity, and it didn't work out.
So are there going to be any other sequels like Wild Wild West 2?
There probably will not be a
Wild Wild West 2. Yeah.
But there's going to be there's more bad boys coming, right?
You know what? I saw Martin a few days ago. I'm sorry, a few weeks ago, and I hadn't seen him for about 2 years. Yeah. And we just looked at each other.
Really?
And
that's another guy, very, very funny guy. That's very funny.
And in that moment, we both knew we were making another Bad Boys.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's coming.
Definitely doing another
Love that. Okay, now I want to talk about your family.
Yes.
Because your kids seem to have a lot of freedom of expression.
Yes.
Is that something that you consciously encourage them to have?
Yeah, I think it may have been a mistake. I think we may have gone too far.
So how do you respond then, for example, if you're encouraging them to have freedom of expression and then people start making jokes about, say, Jaden modeling women's clothes? How do you, as a dad, handle that?
There's a really powerful internal quality as an artist that, as parents, we encourage. you got to get out on the edge. You have to try things. You have to be comfortable doing things that people don't agree with, and you have to be comfortable doing things that you could fail.
Yeah.
And Jaden is 100% fearless. He will do anything.
Definitely.
You know, so as a parent, it's scary. It's really terrifying, but he is completely willing to live and die by his own artistic decisions, and he just doesn't concern himself with what people think.
Yeah,
So how do you balance that then, that freedom with controlling your kids as well? Are you a strict parent?
And that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Does Willow have a curfew?
Yeah, Willow, and see now you're hitting on a really difficult issue in our house, right? So I have two sons. My oldest is 23, Jaden is 17, and Willow is 15.
Yeah.
So as a father, and the time I spend with the boys, when they go out, they're with 6 or 7 dudes, right?
Yeah.
So they have a small army when they go out. So their freedom is slightly different from Willow's. Willow's a 15-year-old girl, so we try to have the same rules, but it's a different world, you know. So we've been struggling with that. So the answer is yes, Willow has a curfew.
What time she got to be in by?
Well, Fridays and Saturdays, we give her till 11:30. You know, what she usually does is she stretches it. So she knows it's 11. So she calls at like 10:35 and says, oh, I'll be there at 10:30. Then she calls at, I'm sorry, she'll be there at 12:30. And then she keeps calling and adding 15 minutes, keep pushing it.
Well, while we're on the topic of your family, Jada obviously is well publicized what she said about the Oscars.
Absolutely.
What would it take for you guys to go to the Oscars now? If they say to you, will next year host it, would you go?
Right. You know, to me, it's so far not about me.
Yeah.
It's not about us going to a show or not. For me, this is a much bigger social issue. I'm recognizing a pattern of the narrowing of the imagery, the narrowing of tolerance in America. So the last pretty much 18 months that I've been watching the news and experiencing the things that are going on in my country, my concern is that Hollywood is reflecting a regressive trend. Hollywood is supposed to lead. Hollywood is supposed to be the most diverse and the most inclusive. All of the voices of so many different types of people and so many different stories. And I think that it's an absolute necessity that Hollywood lead. And I'm just concerned that I'm seeing Hollywood slipping and making a slide that is a social and political slide that's happening throughout the country.
That was so deep. I could talk about this with you all day. They're telling me I got to wrap up though. So before I let you go, one question.
Yes.
Who was the better Aunt Viv? First Aunt Viv or second Aunt Viv? Who was the better one? I used to prefer first Aunt Viv, but now I'm leaning towards second Aunt Viv.
Listen, here, you know, I think that you know, both of the Aunt Vivs were really fantastic. I think when you make a show, anytime you make a change, it's going to be excruciating and painful. I think that Janet Hubert Whitten brought a really powerful dignity to
you still like her?
The show. Yeah, you know, I think she's brilliant. You know, I think as an artist, there's so many things that she does. She sings, she dances. She's like a really powerful artist. So, you know, I loved what she brought to the Fresh Prince.
Well, that's my time. Thank you so much for joining me. You are a legend. Run for president, okay? President next.
A couple years. I'm gonna give it a couple years.
Will Smith.
Will Smith. Guy's a legend, man. He's a nice guy, man. He's one of the best actors of all time. Yeah, shout out. Thank you guys for watching. This is my reaction. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, you know, like my videos, man. Let's go, come on. Subscribe, man. Likes, man. We're going on and share. Thank you guys. Peace out.